Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's a terrific Tuesday. Happy Canada Day to those out there from the Great White North. But we got lots to talk about, lots to get into with NXT tonight. It's going to be an interesting show, folks. Lots of excitement. So make sure you get in that chat, click all the buttons, be a part of the show, be a part of the family as we roll through all of the action tonight and your live reaction to it. It's going to be a fun one. So make sure you strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Rosin for Life Network. This is another live stream as we bring you NXT tonight on this lovely Canada Day special. Looking forward to NXT tonight. Looking forward to the action. We'll see what this means, how it builds for the future as we head towards Great American Bash. But me and that pretty face have you for the next couple hours. And if you don't know who we are, well, I'm Mr. Every Night, KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its tag stream champions of the world, the Kevin Owens lookalike KJ White. I am Big Nick. Happy Canada Day, sir. And yes, we've got Jasper Troy taking on your guy Yoshi to determine who's going to take on Obad Great American Bash.
Yeah, I'm pumped. Yoshi going to be in action tonight. He had a chance to fight for the A title, gave that up to his buddy Briggs. Now he's going to fight Jasper Troy to try and be the number one contender. Very interesting. I like Yoshi. I think Yoshi can put Oba into an interesting battle. So I'm Yoshi. I'm Team Yoshi all the way. I want to see a Yoshi splash tonight.
You might see that. I think Jasper Troy gets the win here because he's been the one that's so close, like matches, size-wise, everything has really put Oba where you thought he might actually lose a match in that situation. So I think we run that back.
Yeah, I mean, Jasper comes in as a new guy, but definitely comes in with a lot of power, a lot of size, not messing around, not wasting any time, instantly kind of feels legitimate. So like you said, as physically can push Oba to the limits. I like it as well. I don't dislike either option, but I'm Team Yosh. Like I said, Joe Hendry will take on Wes Lee as Joe is hell-bent on getting that title back, but Mike Santana added to Slammiversary. Just off, like, not during a show, just, oh, shit, we hurt our fans, our bad, here he is.
Well, I kind of felt like that was where it was going to always end up, and I still think that Mike Santana is going to be the one leaving Slammiversary as world champion. But besides that, really?
Well, maybe now.
You go straight back to, right back to Joe?
Well, it's just because, like, Mike wasn't even supposed to be in the match.
That's what makes it great. That's why he's the hero. He's the champion that TNA needs.
Right now, like I said, under the circumstance, maybe I'm a little more inclined to think it. But originally, like, they announced Joe taking on Trick. Okay, Joe's going to win it back. And then you see a bit of an uproar from the crowd, from the fan base. Guys like Anthony, who covers TNA so well. I mean, even Anthony said it. Like, what is up with Mike Santana? And sure enough, they, Santino puts out a post and yeah, Mike might be the guy.
Well, see, speak of the devil and he shall appear. Anthony's saying it was the fan outcry. Mike better win. See, exactly. Honestly, at this point, remember R-Truth? Wasn't that fun? Remember Ron Killings? That feels like that's already faded away. We can't let Mike Santana fade away with the fan outcry either.
No, I mean, again, this will be big. I think Anthony led the charge. So Mike Santana, if he wins the belt, should celebrate with Anthony. So shout out to Anthony for getting this done. It's crazy, Nick, but I mean, it's just so funny because you feel like Mike Santana wouldn't be the choice to win because they just threw him in there. But let's see.
That's normally, though, how the laws of wrestling goes. The Foxy Pug out there, I think that's a new name over on Twitch because we got Twitch as well. Twitchy, you got all the fancy emojis out there with Joe Hendry.
Twitch does have a lot of fun stuff. We don't Twitch enough.
We're learning Twitch. We're learning to be Twitchers, I guess.
Right. Lexus King going to take on Young Randy. This should be an interesting one. And again, just kind of a mid-card, keep them busy type match. Nothing overly special or dialed in here, but should be a good one. We'll see where Lexus is at.
I like the Twitter back and forth here to where Lexus said he's going to slap Miles so hard it'll bring his hearing back.
You should have said, "Oh yeah, I'll slap you so hard, bring your dad back."
Oh no, Miles was out there saying, "I'll be chilling with my Chilean queen," because Lexus was out there with his wife. So Miles just kind of flexed on everybody a little bit there.
But folks, we are the Wrestling Fans United. I see this chat filling up already. Get in there. Be a friend, tell a friend. We love seeing triple digits in these streams. So make sure you get all your people, have them come over, click that subscribe button. The channel's growing fast. Lots going on. We actually put up a little clip of Jay dropping Cody's birthday cake, and it's gone over well. So for those who hadn't seen it after the show last night, Jay had a little cake for Cody, and it didn't quite make it to Cody.
He ate the cake. He ate the cake.
Right. A you effed up chant for maybe the first time ever when it comes to a cake spot.
Douche, or tabernacle.
Right. But ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we got lots of action here tonight. We're back tomorrow. Big night in AEW, even though not a lot announced. But Dynamite 300, the 300th episode of Dynamite. Collision 100 is also happening. But yeah, I mean, 3 matches have been announced. Pretty good matches. Waiting for a little more to be added to this card, being it's a big deal. Oh, Superman will be there, Nick.
Superman will be there.
Superman,
well, I am excited a bit for Ibushi versus Okada. More of just on that. I know, but I'm saying it's more of just on the history of like hoping that it could somehow be New Japan from 10 years ago.
If they can surprise me, for sure, but they got to show out, and make me a believer. Because right now I'm struggling at the idea. Well, we haven't seen much for Ibushi, and it's not his fault. He broke both his ankles, shrunk an inch, but he's back, and good for him. I mean, that's huge to recover from. Okada's mailed it in. We haven't had a lot of good Okada moments in AEW, so maybe this is the beginning. He has a really good match with Ibushi. It leads to Kenny showing up at the end, and you build towards All In, and Kenny and Okada kill it at All In. If you're an AEW fan, best case scenario. I don't know though, Nick.
But that's what I'm worried about, and that's why I need to see a good match from Okada, because like you were saying, he's been Oflapa. He has been a waste of time and a waste of energy and a waste of space pretty much in AEW. Yeah, cool. He calls everybody bitch and flips the bird. But if we're going to big up and have this be this huge monumental moment of a match between him and Kenny and relive the Wrestle Kingdom days and everything, then I need to see that Okada can still go. We know Kenny can still pull out New Japan Kenny from time to time and everything. He's been very much watered down and dummied down most of the time in AEW, but he can very often pull out New Japan Kenny when he wants to. So I know Kenny can go. I need Okada to go.
Yeah, that's it. We haven't really seen a lot. Very slow. And in all due respect to Okada, I mean, I think age catches up to everybody. Maybe he's just not the Okada he used to be. But I think we've seen that with some of the elder wrestlers, put it nicely, like Okada, Jericho. If you're in a system that you can cater to the fact that you're not as quick as you used to be, you can work still. Like a lot of good workers could work beyond their physical capabilities at times because of how they told stories and how they worked matches. I think too many of the veterans in AEW, Copeland coming off a cage, they want to I want to fight Bandito. You're like, no, don't do it. Don't do it unless you're going to work it. So, I mean, again, I think Okada has to prove me wrong at this point.
Fair enough. But speaking of being good workers and everything, should we say hi to the peoples? You read my mind.
Roll through. We got some time, I think, a few minutes.
We got like 3 minutes.
Oh, maybe I should go.
You go.
All right, we got Clay in the house. Thank you, Clay. First one in the chat tonight. Bradley Gifting, the giver of gifts. Bradley has the championship channel record. He's given over 100 memberships to people in the chat. So, Bradley, thank you for that. I'm sure there's a good reason for it. I'm not sure, but we do appreciate it. We really do. Well, Zach's with us. What up? You were going to say?
I just said I love it.
All right. 80 and AZ. How you doing, Damien? Welcome back. Eric, good to see you. Leader of the Hopium tribe. Looking forward to some stuffs. I wouldn't be surprised if we get another debut AEW to NXT. Danhausen, we'll come back to this. We're going to say hello to the people. I want to talk about Danhausen a little bit, and I want to talk a little bit about Private Party. Rumors out there that they could be. Private Party to me, I think is a slam dunk to show up in NXT. I think they can bring some to the table. Danhausen, I'm not sure, but we'll talk.
Fair enough. We can talk about there's another thing about a painted AEW wrestler that I saw Smile Mark mention that kind of gave some their cards away a bit. We can talk about that too.
All right. See Money. Timmy, how you doing? Jason, welcome back. The Wrestling God. How are you, sir? Don't forget to use those hashtag peeps. Kevin, Boston, how you doing? How you doing? Who else we got? Dale the OG. Kevin got you. Boston, Zach. MGB, the knee pad patrol is on the loose tonight. Trey, we got you. How you doing, buddy? Bonkers, welcome back. Oh, wait, Jasper Troy. Okay. Let's see. Foxy Pug, we talked about. Go over to Twitch, folks, if you haven't been there. John C, welcome back. Z-Man is with us. Dun, dun, dun. Ronan is with us. Let's go. Happy Disability Pride Month. All the things. Let's go. National Ice Cream. But those were our top three, Spaz, Bradley, and Saffet last night. If anybody was curious, Anthony, we got you as always, sir. Hope you are well. Jake, welcome back. Horse Monkey Lover. That's a mouthful. Pause. But it's normally don't showing on Netflix. Yeah. So for the international audience right now, and I don't know for folks out there, you guys can let me know, but it looks like there's an issue with Netflix. I'm sitting on it waiting for a couple minutes here. But as of now, you can't get the show on Netflix in Canada.
Yeah, I was on the Canadian feed before and had to switch back to US and watch it on YouTube TV because I couldn't do nothing.
Yeah, it's blacked out. I don't know what the issue is. I don't know why this would be happening. So I'm hoping in the next couple minutes something pops up, but we'll see.
Right.
I'm doing very well. Dale to Jake. Jake, good to see you. The countdown ended. There you go. I like it. Jake DeMarco in the house. MDB, Trey, Anthony Thompson back with us. 316. I feel like it's been a hot minute, sir. Fire Mark, how you doing? I hope you're doing okay. By the way, T's and P's 316 out there. MDB, Bradley gifting gifts. I like it. And I think that's Cherokee George. Almost got all of them. Superman to make an appearance on AEW 300. Yes. So they're doing like a cross promotion. We've seen it before. So some Superman peeps are going to be on Dynamite tomorrow.
Well, it's getting very interesting as I'm getting then. I'm sure you don't have much.
I don't. Oh,
I have now.
Interesting.
Forever.
Okay. You're just rolling on your own, bro.
Okie I got.
Yo, this is saying next week is Battleground.
What is going on in your country? Everybody's drunk at the wheel for Canada Day. I have the big W logo. Last Tuesday, bringing up Dom and the family and all that with the Heritage Cup match.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the show is kicking off, at least for some of us out there. Make sure you get in that chat. Let us know how you're feeling. Give us your predictions. Stick around to the end to give us a rating out of 10. We got lots coming your way. You better work it. The thing in reverse. KJ Missy Elliott. Let's go. I can't stand the rain.
Out my window.
What's up, John? Trey, got you. Paul, welcome back. Let's go. I know this one I think might be his favorite show, Cactus Black.
I like that. Cactus Black. Bang, bang. Saying VPN all day. Yeah, well, I had the VPN. I was in Canada, and then Canada's the problem, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a rare occasion where I got to jump over to your shit.
Captain Jack Sparrow over there. That's John crazy. C. NXT back on its regular time slot. Yes. When it never was recently.
No. NXT was always been in that regular time slot.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say I don't think it's jumped. I know Raw and stuff like that's jumped, and SmackDown jumped because they went over to Saudi. But yeah.
All right, folks. So we are off and running.
Anthony letting us know the CW is back to playing NXT in Atlanta. No more. Oh, so that's what it is. Oh, all right. Sorry, John. So now we get it. All right. I forget that John's in Atlanta. Like, Anthony. So they've been getting WNBA. Fair enough. Mea culpa.
Oh, I laughed out loud again. I'm sorry.
You're good. Yeah, Cherokee, that's what we all thought. Safit wishing you a happy Canada Day as I'm getting to replay a trick and Joe going on it.
Thank you. Safit, as a proud Canadian, pretty happy. Lots of red and white out there today. So good times.
Do I still get honorary status?
I think you do. You spent enough minutes with a Canadian to consider yourself Canadian.
I'm Canadian by proxy.
Yeah, it doesn't take much to become Canadian. Trust me.
Fair enough. Jobson's saying it is on Netflix.
It's on Netflix. Okay. I'll take your word for it. I'm gonna back out and back in and see if they figured their lives out. But as it stands right now, I don't have it. So Nick, selling Superman appearance for tomorrow. He did, right?
Well, because again, it's to me like I was saying before the start of the show kicked off. As I've got Jordan Grace winning the Fatal 4-Way, but it very much seems now that it's getting interesting because there's the split in between the company of Warner Brothers, that now we're getting a bit more of these crossovers. Now we're going to big up all this products because WWE's in some turbulence. You yay?
I think
I have the crowd shot.
No, no.
Are you watching last week's?
No, I don't know what the fuck's happening here.
Fair enough, but I have Trick Williams coming out right now.
All right, Trick Williams coming out, folks. How you feeling out there? How you doing? Nick is going to keep you up to date as I figure out what the fuck is going on with Netflix. More chairs.
One of you needs to wear a cape for sure. You're going to wear a cape tomorrow for Dynamite.
Not wearing a cape. No, I don't see it happening. I think I'm going to do a show in a lucha mask though at some point.
Are you? Is that what happened? Is your El Grande Americano out there? I didn't know you had that good abs, my guy.
Right, I'm gonna get the the Canadian version. Canadian
El Grande Canada.
Yeah, right.
The TNA World Champion Trick Williams out here. Yeah, you got to be the French Canadian version of El Grande Americano.
Right. Well, yeah, AJ, I don't have it.
MDB saying he's going to see a man about a horse, and then he'll be right back.
One of the best lines ever. I got to go check on my horse.
Right. So it looks like Trick's going to be on commentary. So he's going to be on commentary for Wes Lee versus Joe Hendry. So folks, let us know who you're taking, whether you're taking Joe Hendry or Wes Lee.
And I fully expect, under the circumstances, there's a good chance we could see Mike Santana here, folks.
Yeah. Be interessante. Well, with the outcome of this match, I wonder if Wesley wins because of DQ. No, it'd be Henry wins because of DQ, because Trick would punch him. So, yeah, I see it go that way. And then maybe, like you were saying, Santana runs out or something like that.
True.
The 4th of July is almost here. Yes, on Friday, which is why Monday Night Raw was early. And again, early warning for Friday's stream. No spoilers. No spoilers.
No spoilers. I've been dodging them like the plague. I will give a shout out to content creators that put like a spoiler warning pick before the rest of the spoiler, or the people that give you a heads up. I appreciate those people.
Fair enough. I saw someone on Twitter just asking to DM people's spoilers for SmackDown.
No,
like was damn near trying to like auction it off.
Okay. Fucking ridiculous.
Yep.
So I'm trying to get. Oh, there we go. Trying to get my secondary feed up and running. So I got Wes Lee making an entrance, Nick.
I am at Joe Hendry's entrance. So do you want me to hiccup to there? Or?
No, not yet. I don't see where this popped to. Am I ahead of you?
No, I have Joe Hendry. Wesley's already in the ring for me. Joe Hendry's now about to get in the ring. Jake saying we aired SmackDown on our review last night. Friend was in the crowd. Okay. Nice. Okay.
Oh, you aired your SmackDown. Okay. Well, no spoilers here, folks.
Right. Spaz with a $5 super chat. Me and Jake have invaded your chat. It's Wrestling for Life Network and the state of wrestling. The doors ain't forbidden. It's the bidden door.
It's the bidden door.
Right.
Let's
I got
go.
the
Thank you
Hendry
for the
pose.
super chat.
444, what up? Trick Williams' main roster debut is going to be a fucking movie. I'm glad that they've given him this amount of time. If anything, we've seen how Carmelo worked out jumping up. I think it would have been worse if Trick had jumped up right after winning that title.
100%. I mean, giving them time, and we've talked about this with other, let the talent grow, let them find themselves, let them be confident, and bring them in with a plan, bring them in a spot to succeed. And I think that's what they can do here. So,
right. Lady B, not KJ, the Mountie Mysterio. Yes, that's your new name, sir.
The Mountie Mysterio.
I mean, you already know PCO, and you were getting sequestered by a horse, so
right. The Mountie Mysterio. I like it.
As I got Joe Hendry in control. So again, folks, let us know who you're taking for this match, whether you got Wes Lee, whether you got Joe Hendry. Does it end in a nobody or schmoz finish because Trick's on commentary?
Yeah, probably a schmoz. I could see Santana being here tonight as a possibility, but we will see how this plays out, folks. Get your predictions in the chat. I will put a poll up, though I'm distracted playing with streams.
Never cross the streams.
Well, I got one stream not working and one way behind, so technology is my friend right now.
Fair enough. But the one and only, who should win, Hendry or Wes? Probably Joe, since we're going into Slammiversary and we're going into that whole situation.
Right.
James, I believe in Joe Hendry. Mega saying happy Canada Day, KJ. Jose El Grande Bounty. Sorry.
El Grande Bounty.
As Klaatu, I guess that's going to be the best way that I can try and pronounce your name. I'm glad I found your channel. I can turn the TV down and listen to you guys and not that useless Booker D. Oh, shucky ducky, quack, quack. I love me some Booker T, though.
We highly recommend it. I don't dislike Booker on commentary, but I do like us more. And it looks like Netflix in Canada had a conversation, and maybe they didn't. Oh my God, this is so weird. So under today's date, it's actually not today's episode. It says July 1st. It says July 1st, but when you actually go into it, it's not the right show. That's fun times.
As I got Joe Hendry hits a big clothesline on a Wes Lee on the outside and strikes the pose towards Trick. I like Booker on NXT as I go to commercial here, so I'll talk and you can try and sort the situation.
Talk away, sir. So I'm about to get the commercial. I'm slightly behind you on the other feed, so
okay.
Shit happens.
Right. That's how you know we're live, folks. But yeah, I don't mind Booker T on NXT at all. I really I don't know how I feel about him on LFG, though. That's the thing. This man's already crashing out at the very start of this show.
Yeah. No, I mean, he brings in energy, and I'm used to, you and I get, talk about good old Jerry the King. I think nowadays people would talk about him being obnoxious and annoying and da-da-da. I don't know where we got this, like they're not doing golf, guys. Like guys like Pat McAfee, Booker T, Corey Graves to an extent, they're supposed to bring energy. They're supposed to be the wild, wacky guy, Jesse Ventura, we recently talked about.
I mean, I want Booker T to go back to when he was on commentary. Well, what was he like? Black Snow or whatever, when he was doing commentary with Kevin Nash and TNA, and he's doing commentary as he's clicking somebody's ass in the league. Booker T with another kick.
Yeah,
Booker T with another kick. Hey, you're ready to smack down on you, Booker T is.
That was good shit, actually.
Right. And so what? Would you rather have him do that on NXT if I know at times that, all the time, the ad libs, like he's fucking Birdman or something.
Yeah. Woo-hoo.
Right.
I listen, I think one of the things I understand where people are like, there's moments where you kind of got to let it breathe. And then there's times where Booker don't let it breathe. He's just in there, right? So.
Right. Jobson, no commercials is fire. Well, Jobson, you let KJ know what you got.
Yeah, what is happening in your world that you got it and I can't get it?
But John C. No, we love Booker T over here. Do you go here? No, but we love all the varying opinions and everything. Some people don't care for Pat, and some people really like Pat, just in the same kind of vein. Speaking of people that some people like and some people don't like, you wanted to talk about Danhausen and Private Party.
So the rumor is that Danhausen, there's interest from the WWE for Danhausen, and I don't like. Yeah,
Danhausen,
right? That's kind of
very comedy. He's very shtick.
Yeah, like where would he fit in? Like,
that might be the best. Him and Tatum Paxley as a fucking duo.
Interesting.
I mean, or your favorite, not my favorite, my least favorite. Wendy Chu, just stick them in Evolve. They can be the Spooky Doo crew.
Yeah, I would be very curious how they would do it. And would he stay? Like, would people are going to be mad when he's Danhausen? What would have happened with the character?
Ooh.
Would it be like Shane Helms as the Hurricane kind of vibe?
Right. As I'm back in action as Wes Lee with a right over the bottom rope tope there after TNT were causing the distraction. Paul said, Nick, I was actually watching the main event Mafia Rise and Fall TNA channel last night. That's funny as hell. Fair enough. Yeah. No, there's a channel. I watch OSW, Old School Wrestling Review. They did a whole recap on all the main event Mafia kind of story arc. So I've watched that a few times. But yeah, I say words.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Oh, mid rope, Brett's rope, Phoenix splash from Wes Lee onto Joe Hendry in honor of Canada Day. He uses Brett's rope.
Let's go. Use it.
I guess Housen, not Housen. What?
Housen.
Oh, hi. I get you. But yes, Mega confirming it's not out there in Netflix land in Canada. Lady B, I saw you saying Netflix really decided to Netflix and chill in Canada instead of Netflix and wrestling.
Why would it not be available right now? And if it wasn't going to be available, considering, you generate a fan base that wants to pay attention to your content. Right. And I know I sound like a whiny, spoiled wrestling fan right now, but why not communicate a little better to why, or if there was a schedule change, or, it's a taped NXT, so it was not available till 10 o'clock. Like, I don't know why that would be the way it is, or it's just an oversight, a fuck up. But either way, there should be a little bit of a better communication about why. So
or it should have been communicated beforehand. As I got a big suplex fire back from Joe Hendry. Could it be a Canada Day thing? Alan asking about the women's battle royals at Evolution. We can talk about that later. Brandon, I see you. C Money has a thing that he dropped. I'm not going to fully say it, but you might want to check it out. For my Canadian friends, here's a legit legal stream. And then see link below.
There you go. Thank you.
Joe Followay Slam.
And I'm trying to figure out where I am compared to. I just got a 2 count with a foot on the rope.
Pose. I think you still might be behind.
Feels like
stomp, clap is where I got spazzed to with a $2 super chat.
I got TNT on the apron right now. Oh, Mike Santana!
Oh, so you are ahead.
Mike Santana. What the? Okay.
Just let it rock. I'll let you know when I get
Spoiler.
From the future.
Joe Hendry, Wes Lee up, curtain call, or whatever he calls that.
Yes.
Curtain call, a better name than what he uses.
1, 2, foot on the rope.
So close. Okay.
I just got the foot on the rope right now.
Oh, shit. All right.
Well, you said, so I thought he hit it the first time.
What's up, Vance? How you doing? The evil and villainous IWC are celebrating like their favorite NFL team won.
I got Santana now.
Okay. Let me know when you get the pin. For the first time ever that they chased off Pat McAfee. They didn't really chase him off. I don't think they chased him off. I don't think he has more haters. I mean, there's haters in the sports world. He's used to that kind of vibe. He doesn't give a shit. I legitimately think the guy was burning the candle at all the ends. Okay.
Absolutely. Man is a dad, has his own show, has everything he does with all of that, and does the W stuff. I got the pin and all of that.
Yeah, I'm getting the replay right now. So Mike Santana helps Joe Hendry get the win over Wes Lee, folks.
And Swiss got the start of the replay, so like that.
Okay.
But yeah, you kind of called it. If Mike Santana showed up, and so now probably this Thursday we'll probably get Wes Lee versus Santana on TNA Impact.
Yeah, they've intertwined this well. And right now I got Joe Hendry in the ring. I got Mike Santana in the ring. They're pointing at Trick's on the table with the title above his head. And again, we're building the Slammiversary.
Absolutely. And I'm excited for this match. This feels like past, present, and future of TNA wrestling a bit there.
Right, a little bit. As we go to Paxley and Luca and Zarya. Zarya doesn't get a name bar. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, this is from last week, remember, where she kind of like swept her away. Why did you two get involved in my match when Tatum was trying to help me?
Right.
Right. We're all playing catch up with KJ.
Right. I have no idea why Netflix is being a dick.
Dear Netflix, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling.
Yeah, like, what are you doing?
I clicked you, but I still ain't watching.
Yeah, I don't get it. But yeah, when I go into July 1st, they are playing last week's episode. So I got it on the backup and we're good to go. Damn, now I'm ahead. We're all having troubles here today.
We're sorting it out. We're all watching the same show. We just might reach, the outcomes at different times.
And tonight we're going to get Soul with Zarya taking on Izzy and Tatum, Nick.
And sorry, but the render that they have for Tatum, she's already got pretty much what Izzy had in her attire last week and everything. So it seems very much like she's going full culling.
Right. Getting together, joining the crew.
Very well, as I got Crusifino, speaking of crews, but also last night, the Judgment Day had a very big Monday Night Raw. New tag champs. They they brought in Roxanne, made new women's tag champs.
So yeah, two things at least that I wanted to chat with you because just dawned on me. We didn't actually chat about it last night. But yeah, I mean, Judgment Day, every member of Judgment Day have gold now. And Roxy and Raquel are the tag champs, which ties into the other part of they're going to defend those women's titles against one team from every show.
Hey, okay.
So not dead.
They're bringing it back on resuscitation and all that. We'll see how it goes. Right, but I really like that. I'm of two minds with the men's tag match. I really like that it's back to Win Balor instead of just Finn Balor. And now that Judgment Day has all its gold around it and everything, now Roxanne can use that as a flex when Liv comes back and everything. Of the second you left, we all won gold here. They have done fucking all though with the New Day. Them turning heel and them going at Big E now has been one of the biggest waste of fucking time.
It was such a good moment that never really led anywhere, but thankfully, moving on from them, not making it linger much longer, it doesn't hurt. And I mean, in their defense, dude, 2 matches since WrestleMania, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, I like JD and Finn a lot as a tag team. They work really well together. This is good for them, and the Judgment Day is still alive and well.
Oh, absolutely. With that, again, you wasted such a big moment and a big impact moment with the heel turn on Big E for it to amount to nothing. Yeah, absolutely nothing.
Yeah, and I really thought they had something there. I really did, because, I mean, we'll see now as the New Day moves forward what happens, but they're almost at the end of the rope for me, man.
Yeah, well, is there a way to redeem them back? I mean, they're all right as heels. Like, honestly, Xavier, like what they do on social media is better than what they do on camera at times. Like I saw Xavier out there cutting a whole promo into his phone talking about how fans, just want to bitch and be lazy and their backs end up bigger than their dreams. So like that's better lines than what he says on TV. And So where do you go? Like, they need to be still involved in this tag division, because the tag division on Monday Night Raw is very weak.
Mm-hmm. That's loyalty. So yeah, Luca's still pleading his case, but we got more company. Stack them up.
I'm in a commercial.
Ah, that's hilarious. Stacks is here. Luca's in the ring, and Luca hasn't given up the fight. That I got your back, Tony. I'm with you, Tony. Interesting. Shut the hell up.
WWE has to compete with time slots for the NFL. I'll bump WWE of their time slots until off season.
No, that's not true.
Not at all. Maybe in your market specifically, but not.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Well, no, that would be the only thing, but it doesn't.
Yeah,
most places.
Yeah, nationally, the companies that have, they're not carrying sports. Oh, Luca takes down Stacks. Oh, my loyalty lies with Luca Crusifino. So he's non-committal to either side of the battle. They need to end this storyline.
Yeah, well, we were just talking about the New Day and being a failed storyline. This has felt like another failed storyline.
I don't know if it's maybe failed's the right word. I just gone too long. I think they had a real big opportunity where the family could have turned on Tony, and now we started playing these games every week, and I kind of checked out.
Right. I'm getting them bigging up SummerSlam. You have already had a whole segment that I have yet to see.
I got Oba Femi right now, looking sharp, cutting a promo.
Yep, I am at Luca coming out, so I am in a whole other space-time continuum here.
You're just getting Luca coming out now?
Yes, sir. I'm watching on YouTube TV.
This is the weirdest day ever. Happy July 1st, everybody. Yeah, Netflix has it, but doesn't have it. Yeah, because I got Oba having a chit-chat with Yoshi.
Yeah, so see, Anthony's there. So the U.S. is where I am. The Canadian, segment that's, gone Captain Jack Sparrow has now jumped, 10 minutes plus ahead of us.
Yeah, folks, if you're watching at home right now, where are you? And I don't mean nationally. I mean, what are you seeing on the show right now?
Yeah, because I've got Tony coming out right now.
Okay, let me see if I can back this shit up.
Yeah, Jose saying KJ's in the future. What are the lotto numbers?
I got Lexus King coming out right now.
I have Tony, Andre saying Tony. Most people are, I'm in a glass case of emotion.
This is amazing.
I'm ahead, but my mouth is sealed. Well, not if you're saying that, but anyways, the dawn entering. So
and
there's a chunk Tony D promo, so there's a good chunk. That's where I'm at.
Okay. This is crazy times. All right, let me see. I've never had to leave a stream for being too efficient.
I know. It's so well. If Netflix would have just sorted that out, we wouldn't be in this problem.
We wouldn't have this predicament.
You're the one who hit me in the face first.
Yeah, like literally, Netflix says July 1, Yoshi collides with Jasper Troy, blah, blah, blah. The description's right. It says, but then it says live event, July 8th at 8 p.m. So it's confusing.
There's a disturbance in the space-time continuum. Yes, we're having an incursion. We're the Marvel Cinematic Universe right now. KJ's Doctor Strange out there seeing 5,001 outcomes. And we got to find the one where we can sync up.
It's almost out of spite. Oh, yeah? You don't want to give it to me, Netflix? I'll watch it in the future.
I will watch it before you can even show it to me.
All right, folks, we roll on. Keep the people up to date, Nick, on the ongoings.
Right.
Yeah, sorry. There's no such thing.
Yeah. And so now, as KJ so eloquently said before, now I have Stacks Mahomes coming out.
I might have spoiled something for everybody.
You were ahead with Mike Santana, and you never looked back.
Right? It's so funny. It's like you guys went to commercial, and my show just kept going.
Well, that's normally how that goes, but normally they're still at the same pace when they go. Of yours just went to 88 miles an hour.
Kept moving. It just kept like chugging along. Okay. I checked in with another possible situation, and I got Luca and Tony arguing right now.
I got Crusifino just decked the sugar honey iced tea out of Tony. And now Dex stacks. I can stop at stacks.
No, keep it going.
All right.
I'll let you know.
All right. Crusifino drops mic and walks out.
Miles Bourne sucks.
Miles Bourne is great.
He's all right. I mean, a little generic. And
now I got Oba backstage. Want me to stop it, Oba?
No, keep it going. Just keep going. Keep going. You're good.
Okay. I got Oba with, he's just got a darker version of Joe Hendry satin shirt on.
Right. All right. But I will put a poll up for King and Bourne because I know that's about to happen. But folks, we are rolling on. Make sure you get in that chat. Be a friend. Tell a friend. As the show is clicking here tonight. Funny technical difficulty. But all in all, the show rolls on.
Right? As I got Yoshi, as this proves beyond a shadow of a doubt, we're actually live, folks. 100% all the time here. Christ, this ain't even the worst hiccup we've had to deal with before.
Not at all.
You ain't on him for MDB, just what? Oh, I said the same thing about Oba. Yes, I done looked at the chat before when the space-time continuum got torn asunder and all that. So I've seen the future foreseeing man.
Bum, bum, bum. I like it. Allin, Thea Hale, what about her? Miles Bourne for the win, the luckiest man alive. He's dating Stephanie.
Right. I got Lexus.
There you go.
You got Alexis?
Alexis in the ring.
I got Lexus's entrance. That sadly felt like it rhymed.
Right.
The tights are a little, he looks like he doesn't have clothing on. It's a little too flesh colored, I feel.
Gets me in my yellow pants.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know it's, pomp and circumstance and all that, but when they had him on the entranceway, it looked like, is that man just blurring out stuff?
Right. A little bold.
Right. Nixtradamus is back. Yes, we're going back to the Biblics. Because I'm in commercial now.
All right.
I have no idea where you might be.
Don't worry about it. Just plow on forward, sir.
Pause. That's what. Oh, no, I can't make that joke. But I'm getting an ad for 2K25. And I did want to bring this up as we're in a commercial break. And I know Smile Mark mentioned it before. And you mentioned about the Superman crossover with AEW. I'm seeing the promotional picture with Darby Allin and Shark Week and all of that go around so much. Is that giving away that Darby's coming back? Is that we already know how many run-ins and everything we got at Night of Champions? Take that, double it, triple it, quadruple it is how many we're going to get at All In. Are we almost confirming Darby's showing back up at All In?
Yeah, I almost feel like that's my expectation. I will talk about this heading into All In, our prediction show. I don't want to give too much away, but I feel like Moxley's going to win it All In, and I think it's going to lead to Dart. I know, break hearts. But Darby's the guy that takes the belt off Moxley, maybe.
Has that ship oddly sailed?
This whole Death Rider thing sailed a while ago.
Well, yes, no, but I'm saying with Darby when he went and climbed.
Oh, no. That ship is not even left the dock, my guy. That ship is going nowhere. I think because of like him going up to Everest and planting the flag and giving Tony a little man chub, I think that Darby is going to be world champion before the end of 2025. To me, it makes less sense for Paige to win it and then lose it to Darby. So I think it might just be Darby saves AEW.
Could you do Darby versus Mox without the title? Because I still think if Darby hadn't came back down off that mountain, we were going to Hangman wins, and then you get Hangman versus Ospreay at Forbidden Door.
Forbidden Door, yeah. In London. Okay. So London.
Or actually, yeah, shit. Because that's the thing is, it's interesting. I feel like they're now with Forbidden Door with Zack Sabre Jr. now back as New Japan World Champion. Could you somehow get around it and get away to where Ospreay, AEW World Champion versus Zack Sabre Jr., New Japan World Champion in it would be in Wembley for Forbidden Door this year. I keep forgetting because it was All In that was in Wembley before.
No, I think they're doing the O2 for
well, either way in the UK.
Yeah,
in the UK.
100%. Yeah, I mean, again, I think that's my fear. And I think a lot of times we talked about this, that, you know, Tony Khan seems like a super nice guy, an awesome guy, like on the surface level, seems super happy. He's a hugger. He doesn't seem like he has a mean bone in his body that I've really witnessed. You know, he seems very generous. Hi, Tony. How you doing? But seems very generous. That being said, I think he books with his heart more than his brain. And this is one of those things. Like, if Darby comes back, like Darby climbed Everest and then came back to win the world title. And if memory serves me correct, the last time we saw Darby, he was driving a car into Mox's shit. So,
yeah.
And then it just disappeared, you know, like, oh, well, to be continued. Same Darb channel, same Darb time. Like, now Darb's come back and we're supposed to be like, oh, yeah, fuck, we forgot he was mad at Moxley.
Now I can just picture Darby's like half painted face, like just spinning like the Batman logo, like
speaking of like Danhausen type things.
Right, yeah. But that's when I was talking about the face painted man. But I could see it to where you could do Moxley versus Darby, and it's not for the title, but that's when you get all the stipulations, when you can go through panes of glass, when you blood, guts, and gore.
But it means less. We've been there. We've done that. Darby, like, I think Tony wants Darby to be the poster kid for the company. Do I think it's the best choice? No. But do I think Tony does all the best things? No. So, yeah, I think it's Darby going to be the hero. I mean, it would be so crazy. Like, if Hangman wins it All In and then turns around and, like, a lot of people talked about Forbidden Doors in London. That'd be a great time for Ospreay to win the world title. But you're not going to give it to Paige for a month. That doesn't make no sense. Or 2 months.
As we got University of Florida football players here, the Gators, so they're probably on an NIL deal.
I'm getting a NASCAR commercial. This is how fucked you know my shit is right now.
There you go. That tells you you're in the U.S., but I got Miles Bourne right now. Will Ospreay should be the face of AEW.
100%.
Like you said, I know that he'll, and it's not a big knock on Darby, because I do think Darby, when done right and not just fucking psycho, it works. And it especially works for that audience and everything for that product. But Will Ospreay is head, shoulders, knees, and toes above of that's somebody you can sell to any company, not just to kids. Everybody who's already watching AEW.
Yeah, and kids. Like, I mean, it's funny because, you know, WWE is like the kiddie wrestling. Like, we're, you know, they're PG adjacent. But yeah, no, I mean, at the end of the day, I think there's an interesting situation going into the summer. And again, maybe Adam Page wins at All In and gets a run, and Darby beats him like a babyface battle. But then that has less of a pop, like a holy shit. Like, I think they've been saving Moxley for Darby. Like, I literally think that's the dinner on the plate.
That's the thing is, and I'll say this real quick of folks, let us know when I see you, Klaatu, if Tony has a bit of a Vince streak that comes out from time to yes, he does.
Yeah.
He does. People don't want to admit it. He books a lot more like Vince than anybody wants to admit.
For sure.
But we've got Miles Bourne versus Lexus King. So, folks, let us know who you got for this match. Who you taking? I'm on Team Bourne. I don't know if you are on Team Randy Light.
In this match, Lexus King doesn't win very often, so 33% going King, 67 going Bourne. Yeah, I can't take King until he fixes his face.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'll let Chris. Oh,
every week, who is this new ref? We got to know. I need to know more about this referee.
She's the one they cloned so they can give Liv a new shoulder so fast so she can come back.
Right.
But yeah, going back quickly, I guess, to the Darby discussion, it's sadly taken over this, but yeah, because it is super interesting. Darby doesn't fit in with the Hangman, the Swerve, the Ospreay kind of storyline that's been going on and been going for a bit. He's still stuck in being involved with, like you said, the last time we saw him, he was hitting Moxley and the Death Riders with a fucking car like this was, death races and shit. So he doesn't fit in AEW right now beyond Moxley.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. Yeah, where do you put him otherwise? And that becomes my dilemma. And I think this is going to be another one of the examples of the hardcore fan base that watches everything and says it's great no matter what. No matter what they say it's great. They will love this. Darby comes back and saves the company. However, the vast majority of people out there are going to scratch their head at it.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that Ospreay appeals beyond the people who are already watching AEW. I don't know if Darby does now. I mean, if they recorded him climbing fucking Everest and they're going to show that on Discovery or something like that, that'll bring in some fucking people. I'll give you that. But
now we do have Lexus King and Miles Bourne one-on-one right now, folks, battling it out. So get in there. As always said, already said, Bourne is the favorite in this one. Dawson, a couple people mentioned this. They did announce that Bandito will team with Paragon to take on Takeshita and the Bucks. And then my question becomes, why?
Yeah, when I first was looking at that, I was almost going to click on it. I'm like, what the fuck sense does that make? Like, it almost felt like you are fake news just because, like, what sense does that make?
I believe, as I know, people are probably sitting on their edge of their seat wanting to know what's happening with Lexus and Bourne, but I believe truly the last few weeks into a pay-per-view, like right now for All In, that this is where it really exposes your lack of story, your lack of build. I know I had a little battle with somebody because they didn't like my take on Mystico. MJF fighting Mystico at All In Texas, to me, is an outright crime. It's a travesty. This is one of the best guys in your company. Will Ospreay and Swerve being in a tag match just to overhype the Bucks because they're fragile egos. Not my favorite thing. Should be the world champion. Moxley going into All In as the champion. Not my favorite thing either. But what else? Okay, 2 battle royals. Why? In the same night? Okay, fine. Let's do it. I'm concerned because as we go into these shows, you're like, okay, what are we going to do? Just throw a bunch of guys together and then have a brawl after the fact.
As Miles Bourne picks up the win, and yes, no, I very much agree with you. And you said it a time or two in there, and it fits all of that encompassing, including the person that you discussed and all of that, of fragile ego. It's a lot of fragile ego with all of that. When it comes to, well, we've got to have the Bucks in this position because we've got to be here and we've got to do this. And like I said, even people who just like to slide into the DMs, all of that. But Miles Bourne picks up the win.
Like a bitch. But Nick, El Grande. So Chad Gable gets successful surgery, but last night El Grande lives.
I'm very tired. I've got Dark State, so I've got 2 things I don't like right now. Dark State cutting a promo, and I get on one hand if they're gonna still have, well, Grande Americano still got to be a halfway thing, this, that, and the third, and everything. But at the same time, you have nothing else you can do with Ludwig. He's got to be a Grande Americano. And I like that now we're playing coy. We don't know, but we all know.
I still think it's Omos.
Omos?
It's Omos for sure.
Right.
But I get that's a valid argument. I think both of us are pretty big fans of Ludwig. So yeah, I think we got the Gators belt.
Okay, so I out of you, but and it's still though, even when you've got Gunther right now heading into Night of Champ or Saturday Night Main Event with Goldberg and everything, you have no Ludwig involved, and he's out there just wearing a lucha mask.
Yeah, but Ludwig and Gunther haven't been together for months. Like that's the thing. Like, and I don't mind Ludwig venturing out on his own and Gunther standing on his own, but I think that so that doesn't really surprise me. Gunther hasn't had Ludwig for the last 3-4 matches at least, as far as his big matches go. That's fine. I think Ludwig you could probably do something better with, but I still like the fact that they're using him. And I think it's funny as fuck that they found each week they should put a new person in the costume.
That honestly, if they do that, I'd be okay with it. Like I said, I do respect that they are going to keep it still going while Chad Gable's out to still see it's not Chad, because they were still the first time. Yeah. Remember, we saw El Grande Americano at one point getting arrested or getting taken out there while Chad was getting interviewed. So they've at times done that of breaking that, fourth wall with it. But go ahead.
I do like the idea that Chad returns and Ludwig and Chad do some work together. Again, I think Ludwig's got a lot of runway, so just getting him on TV, let him continue to prove that he's a pretty solid guy in a division or on a show right now where it's just there's faces everywhere, and I saw a couple little things that leaked out of like Friday. We talked about things that happened on Sunday, like Hekaleo's now in the mix. We're waiting.
Tonga, say his name right.
Tonga. They haven't officially said it yet, so I'm not saying it. Or maybe they have. But we got people coming back from injuries, like a Drew McIntyre, like other names out there that we haven't seen in a hot minute. So yeah, I mean, it might not be, lighting his career on fire, but I'm really curious to see how this goes. I like it.
Do we get an El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano match?
Yes, I think we can.
I will take a pause for the cause if that match happens. I will not be here to witness that. You will not hear me speak about that just a bitch.
Gable versus Ludwig, both in costume over who the real, especially because there's such an obvious size difference. We have Grande and Extra Grande. So we got
it would be better than Sin Cara versus Sin Cara.
It's still going to be a hell of a fucking match.
Right.
So that's where I'm okay with it. Unexpected. But again, you can't really throw him at Gunther right now. Gunther's busy. You can't throw him on the other side. Maybe you could get him in the IC picture, or the US title picture. But those even have some shit going on. So yeah, he wasn't doing shit. Let him do this shit and see what happens.
Right. Yeah, you got AJ with the readers out there, but MDB. Yeah, Nick, it's 4th of July week. Have that meme of Dom and AJ. That's just like dad talking to son meme to the fullest extent.
Right.
But it's 4th of July week. Have some respect. And El Grande, he's a patriot.
Yo, these commercials are a trip. Mesothelioma victims. What the fuck?
Welcome to the U.S., sir.
That is a crazy commercial.
Andre Adams, they should have kept his theme as Eddie Edwards' whole theme. What? Was that a thing at one point?
I didn't even realize it was Eddie Edwards' old theme that they were using for Thea. Or was it just very similar, Andre?
Maybe, but Tala, I hope I said that right, is actually Hikaleo's real name.
Yeah, and I think they might be spelling it Tala. Tala.
Yeah, it's a lot more Tala, and that looks more like Tallulah or something.
But that's okay. I mean, again, I'm all for, if wrestlers can kind of get to use their own name or their.
Tala is still better than JC Mateo.
Get out of here.
No, it is far superior, better name.
It's Tola. They basically use an adjective.
Tonga, Leo.
They gave him an adjective as a name.
They are not Samoans. They are Tongan. They say it in the name.
They gave him an adjective as a name. Like, you're tall and Tongan. But JC Mateo, no dice? Come on.
Because he's Jeff fucking Cobb. As I got Laney Reed out here taking on Thea Hale.
I'm fucking taking a walker.
You take a walker, Tonga. There we go. As KJ Wakatonga is going on. I'll pause for the cause here. I got Laney Reed taking on Thea Hale right now. I don't know if this is per se Laney's first match in NXT. Feel like it's not. I know she was big on Level Up. Like, I've seen buzz about this woman. I haven't seen her wrestle a whole lot. Obviously, I think the first time I saw her, I thought she was the TNA woman, the lady that's with the Elegances, the new Elegance. But we are underway, so let me know, folks, whether you got Laney Reed or Thea Hale. Excuse me. Andre with the answer. When she made her return, she came out to Fire by Forever, The Fallen, then at the pay-per-view, Death Rebel struck. Fair enough. All right. It's always interesting. Like, I know a good amount of like wrestlers' theme songs of like their song name and all of that. But yeah, I didn't associate that with Eddie Edwards, but good on you. It's always nice to see, you know, a fellow music nerd kind of make a catch and all of that. But yeah. As I will say, I have liked Thea Hale, her kind of post Chase U run. She's done the best out of it. I mean, Christ, Duke Hudson got released. And then now Andre's just having to be in Groundhog's Day of doing Chase U again. If Nick was Tongan, he'd be Taller Nick instead of Big Nick. So there you go. Well, I got the missus who's a, you know, Pacific Islander, so maybe I've got something floating around in there. I don't know. But anyways. As again, yeah, Laney Reed, I've heard a lot about her. I've seen a lot of people really excited that she's kind of moved up through from Level Up and everything. Was big on the indies, I guess, but I haven't seen enough of her. So I'm hoping she's right now been in pretty much most of control of this match. Curse you, Death Rebel. Yes. Hopefully we'll allegedly Metro Boomin might be doing some song singing and guitar picking. Nick's name would be Nicolao. Yes, I'm no longer Big Nick for the rest of the stream. I am Nicolao. Aubrey with the super laugh emoji there. It was right there. Yeah, MDB got stolen right out from underneath you. It was right there. You normally do that to me, so I'm glad I saw it got done to you. Is again, Laney in control here, just kind of it's like a headlock, but she's doing this on Thea the whole time. So it's a little interesting way. You don't normally see that kind of done that way. You started it first. NSYNC? Is that Mike Tyson's favorite boy band, NSYNC? Leah Tonga? What? Aubrey, I see your comment, but I'm not going to click on it. But I don't know how many people want to follow them buzzards. Blake Monroe. Yeah, well, she's got to still be involved with JC Jane and Christ almighty, I was like the Hurt Business. I was going through all the faction names. Fatal Influence. So do we get, I know Blake Monroe had her like house show NXT debut. Again, I'm going to be proven wrong if I'm forgetting that she already made her television NXT debut. Yeah, does she take on like a Jasmine Dinks or something? I hate it when I'm like, damn it, why didn't I think of that? Yeah, I get you, my guy. Thea firing up, rolling neck breaker. 1, 2, dos, amigos, dos. KJ's name would be KJ Mateo. Yes, I am Nicolao, and he is KJ Mateo. So I don't know if he's listening. I'm sure the fucking voice beyond's going to pop in right now and say, yes, I am. But so when he comes back, before I go on pause or anything, or even during that, just randomly just keep calling him KJ Mateo the whole time. And we'll see. And I know he's going to come back and can ruin this and be already knowing. But we'll try and have fun. As foot on the ropes, but a 2 count. Roman 2 count. Chase you for those that can't wrestle good, but want to learn how to do other things good too. Yes, Lady B. I love that. We tried to donate to, as Laney Reed gets the win with not the foot on the ropes this time, but she grabs the rope to where the ref can't see. As she's selling the Kimura from Thea Hale. I like that they're using that, and she's a true submission gal. But yeah, we tried with the Meltzer shirt of it was going to be for the center for people who can't read good and all that. Yeah. Zordon sees everything. Yes. As now even the punching dummy is wearing Tavion's mask from last week. Why is Tavion still having to fight for his fucking freedom here? Miles Bourne just had to face one person and got out of here. You still need more time. Like, why do they have to fight for their freedom to begin with? It's so weird. So Laney cheats to win. Okay, well, she's supposed to be the heel in the situation. So Laney Reed picks up the win. Mr. Quake, definitely. I don't like that result. I don't mind it. I mean, Thea's a plucky underdog babyface who's going to be in NXT for a bit. Laney Reed, you're establishing her as a new face in NXT. She cheats to win. You've established her as more of a heel. I dig it. It makes sense to me, at least. No quarter catch crew. Again, why there are so many things going on, I feel, at times in WWE that have just overstayed their welcome so fucking long. The New Day we already talked about, the Tony D'Angelo, the family storyline, no quarter catch crew is getting to that point. I still don't get the whole why they need to have a match for their fucking freedom out of the group and everything. As I love the Zarya and Luca entrance, they work as a women's tag team. And I know Soul's got, the women's North American title. They'll work great as single stars. I'm clearly a big fan of Zarya, even though I still wish she was Delta out here, but I digress. I think she's been really good in NXT. They very much give me like Lady Kane and RVD vibes. But yeah, I want them in, like, if we're going to actually revitalize and use this women's tag division, they should be women's tag champs at some point. But we are setting up for Zarya and Ruka. They need a tag team name outside of just both their names. But they're taking on Izzy Dame and Tatum Paxley. As I'm in commercial break, so I will say, well, Mr. Quake, let me see if I missed anybody's important comments or anything. Oh, all right. God damn you. I saw him in the fucking thing there, but MDB, damn it. I didn't listen. In case you haven't noticed, if you tell me not to do something, I'll probably end up doing it. But 100% is they're pitching their merch. I'll pull up ours and all of that. But be a friend, tell a friend, folks. Like, share, and subscribe. We do this for anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. We were even just here live last night. I know KJ and Anthony were here for Monday Night Raw, kicking off at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time because, we're giving the talent the 4th of July weekend off. So we're doing a double taping, but we'll be here still live for the tape show. No spoilers. But we do also have tomorrow, AEW Dynamite 300. Thursday, Wing of the Ring makes its comeback, makes its triumphant return, especially as we're getting close to Evolution. So I believe the topic of trivia for the Spicy Wing Challenge is going to be women's wrestling. So very much that Anthony is the odds-on favorite when it comes to that. Yes, then too, Saturday, Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling with friend of the channel, PCO, defending his title against Danny Moff. We got Matt Cardona versus Thomas Latimer. I don't know if they're still going through with Giselle Shaw versus Shotzi after she had, the terrible broken arm Matt Cardona, King of the Indies, situation. But absolutely, in honor of Canada Day, we're going to be out here watching Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling. So again, be a friend, tell a friend. Nobody covers more live wrestling than we do. And again, still got a couple tricks up our sleeve, a little big things popping, little things stopping up to something season never sleeps. It's Canada Day, just like 4th of July. yes, it is Canada's 4th of July. It is very interesting that, both countries had their independence, and I know KJ is going to come back and be like, it was really like June 16th, but we celebrated on the 1st of July, and all of that. But that both countries' independence, it's our B day, it's our B day. So your independence still on all our 4th of July. Yes. 87, not like the 4th of July in the States. What? I think it's a bit like that, but anyways. We're celebrating all the nations, I guess. We're cross-national, we're cross-platform, we're cross-streaming and everything because we got the YouTubes and the Twitch. I'm bringing it all around. Yes, as I'm still in commercial. Chris taking Pax and Izzy for the win. Yes, again, let me know who you got for this win, folks. Whether you got Team Zarya, Zaruka, or you got, Dizzy Taxley. I don't know. I was trying to combine, actually make tag team names for these fucking people, but for whatever reason, there's no, you don't have the New Day or anything when it comes to, women's tag teams. Is there any women's tag team name? Soul and Zarya for the win. Actually, tomorrow is the real Independence Day, July 2nd. Well, fair enough. History lesson with wrestling. Some people say Florida is the Canada of the South. No one says that. No one says that, Jose. I'm surprised as you're in Florida that you would even think that. No one says that. Izzy and Pax are former athletes. No, is Tatum? I know Izzy. I think wasn't she one of those? But yeah, but Jasper Troy on my screen. Jasper Troy has very much kind of found that the vibe and energy a bit that Oba had when he first showed up on NXT, to where he instantly kind of commanded the room. He instantly felt like a threat. You instantly knew that he was someone you needed to pay attention to. That's what I get from Jasper Troy right now, and that they've built him up this strong and seems on the caliber of Oba. Like I said, I've said it before because he's got the cutoff shirt, the chains, does the black hole slam. He very much reminds me of Abyss a bit. So he instantly is a guy that you need to take seriously. I've got Nicole coming out. So I guess Tatum's officially part. We kicked out Nost Malone for Tatum. Jose got it. So Florida is more. Why? Can you be more redneck than a Florida man? Maybe only in Texas or Alabama. We'll see. Jasper Troy is a big son of a bitch. He better command respect. Yeah, but that's the thing is, granted, he still even looks adequate compared to Oba because Oba is a god amongst men. But it very much, he's the only one right now, I think, that looks on par, has been built up to where they could give Oba a viable, credible threat. And I know it's super fast with him, but could you imagine straight from LFG to within a month or two turns around an NXT champion? Granted, if Oba loses, I think he's done in NXT. Granted, he might get fed into a logjam on the main roster, but we'll see. As we are underway, and we got tag team merch with Soul and Zarya. I dig it. But all four women in the ring. Wait, now I'm behind everybody. I tell you, it's the incursions, the space-time continuum. It's hot and bothered out here. Time seems to be slipping. Time is just a man-made construct anyways. But I got Soul and Tatum right now in the ring. I messed NXT Women's Tag Titles. Well, they've came and went. And does the women tag titles, if they're actually going to, try and bring it back and I don't say bring it back because it never really fully went away, but make it more relevant, more prevalent and everything. Does it need to incorporate NXT and be defended in NXT. Ava's, oh boy. Aren't most things a man-made construct? Yes, but not, non-tangible things like, space or anything like that. Time is a man-made construct. I'm not a man, I'm a rocket man. All right, we've just gone fully off the rails here of trying to sync everything up, and now we're ending in the sink. MDB, you made Nick. Yes, yeah, that's impressive. As I got soul for it now. So Canada and US won the war against the Brits. All right, Mr. Quake. Thanks for the history lesson. I'm not a shark. Well, good to know, Mark. But let me know, folks, who you got in this match, as I got to tag into Zarya. So we've got Soul and Zarya working over Tatum right now. And also, though, let me know how you feel about Tatum Paxley being involved in the calling. She's bounced around. She had all of her friends from Chemical X. I got a friend from Chemical Canada.
Speaking of bouncing around,
you're right. It's a bouncy flouncy. But how do you feel about Tatum being now official part of the calling? They all come out together. And
I like it.
In this match, there.
I think I'm going to take Izzy and Tatum just on a give them some clout. They've taken a lot of L's, and Izzy's kind of become the leader. I think we call him Tizzy as a team.
That's perfect. Thank you. I couldn't come up with nothing.
Breaking news, by the way, if you are in Canada or perhaps the international audience for NXT tonight, it is on NXT. But what they did was they put the full episode up, edited. So that's why I keep ending up way ahead of you, is I don't have commercial breaks. The show just keeps going. It's an hour and 20 solid. So when you get a commercial, I have to pause. When your commercial ends, I have to unpause.
We figured it out, though. At least we figured it out.
Yeah, just right at fucking 8 o'clock, they dumped the whole episode.
What the fuck is that?
Edited. You and I could watch this and be done the show very quick.
Whoa, again, if they would have let a naysayer know, we would have been out here. We could have been in and out of here.
You get back in that
an hour and a half flat.
Yeah, $1.20, folks. So right now I do have Soul tagging in. I did try and sync up listening to your coverage.
Oh, I got Soul with a tag right now.
Okay, and then the X Factor, another X Factor.
Yeah.
Izzy down.
Second X Factor.
Tag to Zarya.
Zarya. Well, did you see that they've got their own tag merch now?
Yes. And I think we've talked about it, Nick, and I know you think the women's tag's going away.
They need a lot of work. Double dive off the crossbody.
A surfer dive, if you will. Tatum gets thrown into Izzy. Soul and Zarya look amazing.
I think they're great. Sorry.
No, I was just echoing that what you said.
Fair enough. No, I think that, but
did you go to commercial?
Yes.
So I went to the match, just continued. So I got to pause and then wait till you come back. You might just get you to jump on that Canadian stream.
I might have to here, but I don't know, because then I'd have to fast forward all the way to where you are.
I'll tell you exactly where I am. 30.
Then I gotta do a whole lot of things, and I gotta go off and go away and everything.
Right. All right. So right now, folks, we are on a commercial break. I will take a second to remind everybody that we have so much more coming your way. Don't forget to get your merch. Remember, if you take a sign to a live show, we will send you a t-shirt as a thank you. And you just have to prove it. Send us a picture of you in the building with the sign, and we'll send you out a tee. And get your merch today. We got all types of stuff. I keep saying the store is going to get revamped. It will. I promise. It's coming soon. And plus, our Brunch with the Boys 2025 is set to come out. And we have a couple other ideas stewing in the pot. We'll see how far we go with it. But that all being said, Sunday we did Wrestling with Mental Health, an outstanding stream, a lot of fun. And it was a really amazing experience overall. If you haven't seen that yet, check it out. Don't forget, we got our PCO interview as well. We will be here live. Well, he goes on. He goes to MLP and into a House of Pain match with Danny Moff. So go check out that interview. And don't forget, we're back tomorrow as well. Nick, are you back to action?
No, I am not. I was trying to see if I could pull up the Canadian feed while still having the US feed in a different window and everything like that. And it stopped the US feed. So we can do this one of two ways. We can stay where we're at, or we can do this to where I'd have to take a pause for the cause, try and pull up.
Take your pause, go stretch your legs. We'll figure it out later. I got the action. People in the chat, you have to let me know when the commercial ends in the US of A.
No, I can stay and come back, and when the commercial happens, then I'll go and take a pause.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Stay where we're at and everything.
Got my 6, folks. So the show rolls on. It's a good one right now, and a hell of a match between Zarya Soul taking on Izzy and Tatum. And I like it a lot, Nick. And as I was saying before we got kind of hit by the commercial, in a division with no teams, you got to start giving us some teams. This is a good team.
Yes, but you also do you need to bring back having the women's tag titles defended in NXT?
Yes, I think
we need to have actual like team names and everything. Like you have the New Day, you have this and everything. Yeah. You don't have that for any women's tag team.
No, I mean, again, technically you could say JD, but outside of that, you're right. I mean, I think you need to build that. You have to have tag teams. You need women's tag teams that feel like a tag team. And that's what you're missing. Like you said, it's a lot of, we put these two women together. Like, I think, people are talking about, these titles being defended on all the shows. And that's the way it was for a while. I like it. I think the NXT women need, deserve a shot at it. We thought Lash and Jackson were going to win it. Never happened. So we'll see, man.
Right. Bradley, yes, to me, it's the best non-wrestling stream of the year, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Thank you. I hope you're just talking about us right now, but I don't know if you're referencing something else.
The mental health stream.
Oh, well, I will say this as I am back in action, so you can unpause.
Okay, here we go. As I get an Irish whip into the corner, folks.
Yeah, see, this is why I'll be there. I'll be there for you.
There we go.
No, I do want to say this, and I'll say this, and I'm going to take a pause. Actually, take a pause. No, I want to really thank everybody. I think it was really awesome that we did that, and I really am appreciative of the comments and everything, the messages and everything. I know you probably talked about this yesterday, but that we both got and everything of saying how much it was kind of a needed thing and people asking to do more of it and everything. And that's just what we aim to achieve over here. So again, I very much appreciate that. As much as it was as impactful for y'all as it was for us, but I'm going to go impacted somewhere else for a minute.
Thank you, Nick. Nick taking a pause for the cause, folks. And like I said, the show rolls on. Izzy in control of Zarya right now. And it's been a hell of a tag team match between the 4 ladies. But like Nick said, and I'll echo it real quick, we've seen a lot of love, a lot of good feedback. We love seeing it. Again, we never really thought that side of doing what we do and creating this content that it would kind of have an impact in any way, shape, or form. But as Nick mentioned, it was great for us. This has been, as we get a 2 count, very therapeutic on a lot of nights. So we appreciate all the love. We appreciate the family. And again, if you haven't seen that stream, go check it out. We will do more of them. Again, it's something very near and dear to our heart. And I have seen a thing on X. People have tagged us in little videos of what they're doing for their mental health. I know Christian did one. Opie, shout out to them as well. So you can do the same. Go film a video of you talking about mental health or you doing something, whether it's working out or listening to music or, our stream in the background. Take a little video yourself, talk a little bit about it. Don't be quiet. Don't be shy. Be a friend, tell a friend. So put those videos out, tag the channel. We'll put them out. I want to see this continue. I know June is Men's Mental Health Month technically, but looking at the stats we looked at on that stream, you realize this is something that needs to be addressed constantly. And the more we can show strength, the more we can show power, and the better we all are. So go make a video, join us. But this tag match continues. I think everyone's still got the tag match, right? KJ, who gets a world title run first, Zarya or Soul? That's a really good question. I think they're both really good. I feel like Soul has kind of taken the world a little by storm. So I think she might be a little closer to that, Kyle. But they could quickly flip it in Zarya. I think there's a real strong heel in Zarya as well. So I think there might be a little more to Zarya. We just haven't seen it yet. Soul has been one of the breakout performances of 2025. As we get another tag. Definitely Zarya. Okay. Paxley is really showing off her athleticism. Paxley's not a bad wrestler. I like Pax a lot. And she was over getting really good matches in TNA for a while. I know it's been hard, a little tough for Paxley. Nice move. Hell of a move. Like a handstanding, twisting drop. 2 count. Paxley into the knee. What a move. Wow. I want to do acting or modeling, right? All you can do is try, Mr. Quake. That was the biggest thing. And one of the things I look back on is there certain things I wish I would have tried when I was younger. Had the balls to do it when I was younger. But now is the time. No better day than today to start something cool. So give it a shot. Be brave, be bold. Damn, that's my birth month. How did you know? You really ahead of the curve. Let's go. Fun tag match. This is an outstanding match. Zarya is the only one standing right now. Hell of a match. Impressive double team. Absolutely. Fun tag. People say I have a face for radio. I get that. I relate to that. And wow, I got it. Izzy and Tatum get the W. I think this is a good move. I like this win. Big, powerful move to finish off Soul. Paxley's all smiles. I like this. In the culling, we saw Sean Spears win the title, drop it pretty quick. We've seen them lose more than they've won. And Izzy's kind of come to the forefront. And this tag team works. So when we talk about a lack of women's tag team wrestling, I think there's some in the works right now that are solid. Izzy, Tatum work really well. Tizzy, as I'll call them. And then Soul and Zarya, outstanding. They work together very well. You built a women's tag team in this match. Yeah, kind of. And you made Izzy's kind of coming to the forefront of the culling. It kind of makes it stronger. You kind of believe in her a little more. Like, oh, shit. Like she kicked out Nose Malone. She's coming in taking matches. She's recruited Paxley. I like it. As we go to the back and Ricky, Ava. Is Ethan Page got a little faction with him now? As we got Swipe Right and not Noam Dar. But Ricky Starks isn't happy. And he wants his hands on Ethan Page. Izzy could get a title match against Soul. Absolutely. She just pinned her. The Vanity Project. Thank you for that. So the Vanity Project with Ethan Page. I do not want Izzy and Tatum on Evolution. I mean, why not? If they were the NXT representative, why not? I'm not sure what what would the complaint be. And if it's not them, who would you choose from NXT? Breaking news, Joe Hendry, Mike Santana versus Out the Mud next week. Let's go, Damien. Right now, I have a Ricky Starks in the back with Ethan. Is anybody at that point of this show? Long live Tizzy. Tizzy! Tizzy rocks. Let's go. I disagree. The Shiny High was good. The Shy High was good move. The Sky High was a great move. Jackson Drake, Evolve Champion. I like Ethan with this faction. Like, Ego sounds like a guy that should be in charge of the Vanity Project. Like, and is that a shot at Tony? Is that a shot at Tony? Is Swipe Right supposed to be the Young Bucks? I know we like to play games and just speculate. How do we think that one played out? It's time for a Haas fight. I still got Ricky and Ethan on my screen. Let me know, because I know there's some weird things happening. Swipe Right looked like the Hardy Boys in 1995. It looks like Jonathan Taylor Thomas and the guy, the older brother from Boy Meets World. But we go to Chase U, which never wants to die ever. I'm watching Ricky now. Okay, thank you, Jose. I'm past the point of the show. I'm like a whole match and segment. I got Chase U on my screen right now. Charlie Dempsey versus Tavian Heights. Ricky in a gauntlet match next week. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, I kind of like it. I kind of like Ethan with these really annoying pricks, for lack of a better term. I mean, what else are they? Eric Matthews. Let's go. Let's go. Fact. Swipe Right feels more charismatic than the Bucks. Fact. Happy Blame Canada Day. Thank you, AJ. Thank you. Thank you. It's all our fault, folks, if you were ever wondering. Just joking. Let's go. We know it. Nothing but love. Nothing but love. And I get nothing from these Chase U segments. I have no idea why I'm getting them. Mark, Brad, and it was Tyler in Home Improvement. Was it Tyler in Home Improvement? Brad was the older brother in Home Improvement, right? Now we're sidetracking, but I got King City segment. What the hell? I'm still on Chase U. After Chase U, we are going to get... oh, I see what's up. No, I don't know. I get Joe Hendry talking to Mike. All right, so a lot of segments in a row here, but I got Joe Hendry and Mike Santana in the back. What in the making of the boy? Yeah, 100%. 100%. Out of sync, if you will. Out of sync for sure. Canada's real. Australia isn't a real country. I didn't say it. He said it. I just read it. Canada is real. I'll accept that. I'm yep. Got me a loss for words on that one. Thank you. Vanity Project in a gauntlet match with Ricky Saints. I like it. I like it a lot. I like this. I like the pairing. I like Vanity Project working with Ethan Page. And again, you make it hard for your baby faces to get where they want to go. And you run obstacles and you have solid heels and you have definitive split in, from one side to the other. It's clear who the protagonist is. It's clear who the antagonist is. And that's how you book it. That's how you run it. I like this a lot. I think the Ethan staying with these three could go a long way. But yeah, it's getting heated between Joe and Mike right now for me. Show's over for me. Maggie, you watched the fast stream, yeah. I wish I would have realized that at the top of the hour. We would be saying goodbye right now. Got commercial. I got Yoshi getting hyped up in the back. Pause. If Ricky wins, picks his own match too. I like that. I like that. That seems fair, right? So Ava making the call. Ricky will go through a gauntlet and gets to pick the match. Do you feel, Dale, or anyone else out there, do you feel like Ricky Ethan at this point can't just go straight up one-on-one for the strap? It needs something. I was skipping ahead. Yeah, amen, brother. It was such a dumb scene. Just going to throw it out there. I got Jasper Troy coming out, so let me know. Let me know. Speaking of big men.
Stop where you are. I'm in commercial.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Contender match. Is that the main event?
I would assume so.
Yeah, we had everything else. Okay, let's go. Let's go. I will put a poll up. Welcome back, sir.
Yes. How you doing? Yes, I was trying to run. I'm like, oh no, commercial. I need to stop this.
It's all good. We've made it work. The chat's helpful. It even feels like the chat is in various places of the show tonight. So a bit of a wonky one. But again,
but that's the best thing about this is that we all still are having a great time. Like this has somehow been super fun, even though I don't know if we've watched any of the same shit at the same time.
No, and again, I think it. We talked a lot about it on the weekend, sir. Is you find the good in everything. You can be mad that things aren't working out the way they should. You could, be pissy, let it ruin your night because things aren't working out, or take lemons and make lemonade. Add some rum, you're good to go.
Oh, I got plenty of rum. And all right, I'm gonna just say this: I'm disappointed in the chat because because when you were away on your pause, we established first I would have been Tala Nick and everything of what MDB was trying to give me as a Donga name. And then Jose came in with Nicoleo, and it became a whole thing of it was right there. I should have been Nicoleo. And then you are KJ Mateo. And KJ when Mateo. I was going to take my pause, I sat there and told the chat, and I said, even though you probably heard everything I was saying, you need to inundate this man with KJ Mateo all the way through this, and you won't know what they're saying or what they're talking about.
No doubt.
We forgot, Nick. I was smirking a bunt. But that's the thing is everyone was supposed to be calling you KJ Mateo, so you wouldn't know where it came from. Right. And everybody forgot to do it, apparently.
Yeah, apparently organized chaos happening in the chat. We got distracted by 90s young actor names.
You said it, and I was like, Eric, and then I was like, I don't want to Google it. And then MDB's Eric Matthews. I was like, I was right.
Yeah, Mr. Matthews.
Because I got the Chase U segment, and again,
you're just getting Chase U now. Okay,
yes, that's why I was saying stop now because I know you're ahead because you get the unfiltered version.
I did not listen to the Chase U thing, so you can let me know if anything important happened.
Nothing. Is it Florida fucking Georgia line is in Chase U right now at this point?
The Florida Georgia line.
No, because I said this during the Thea Hale match and everything. I'm glad she's managed to escape the fucking Chase U syndrome because think about it. Rich has done nothing. Drew Hudson got released. And exactly. And Andre Chase has been out there, still stuck in these fucking segments till the end of time.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know where this is going. I don't understand it. I don't like when storylines negate the storyline that we followed. Like sometimes wrestling is a bad habit of being like, we're just going to change directions and y'all aren't, smart enough to remember that we were just doing something else. Like just yoink. Wait a minute. What the fuck?
So, right. Speaking of not remember, they should have been doing something else. As Lady B, we are all wrestling with the vitamins.
Yeah. You asked this.
I love it, but I mean, if we can host a show wrestling with the vitamins, you can remember one job.
That should be one of our special streams. Wrestling with the vitamins. Wrestling with mental health, followed by wrestling with the vitamins.
just every night. You hold a seminar of this is what this will do to you.
So let's talk about terpenes. No, I'm just kidding.
Right. We need a sponsor for that.
Yeah, but laws are tricky.
Well, I'll just claim Canadian.
Blame Canada.
With all the flopping heads so full of the lies.
Did you get Jasper yet?
Now I'm at Hendry and Santana backstage. So,
oh my God.
You got Jasper. That's why I was like,
Jasper.
Stop right there. I gotta know right now before you go any further. Do you love me?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are, like I said, just waiting for, and again, you can speak to what's up on your end, but we are almost at the main event. We got Mike Santana and Joe Hendry on the screen, getting a little heated between these two heading into the triple threat. So building that up nicely.
Right. So I've got Jasper Troy's music hitting right now. And again, I've said this before. He reminds me of obviously Chris Park's Abyss can't go anymore. Yep. Jasper Troy is Abyss in 2025.
Yeah. I love one of my favorite wrestling reporters out there, just a fucking stellar guy. Abyss is officially retired, not going to be in the ring anymore. Yeah, okay, thank you.
Who the fuck said that? And what time frame are they from? Because we've had all the incursions out here, but yeah.
What fucking tipped it off? The fact that
I don't know, the stammer and the stutter made me think of, where you got to say that about 4 times in a sentence before you can get to the fucking point.
Right.
But yes, I have Jasper Troy in the ring right now with his whole entrance. I think you.
I have the culling.
Where the fuck did you go?
Okay, tell me when you get the culling, because
I have another commercial.
Motherfucker. There you go. I love it, Boston. Let's go. Tomorrow's trios match is sponsored by the Superman movie. Yay.
But no, yeah. Well,
wait. You have a Superman sponsored match, and you put 3 of the tiniest, not muscular,
Superman has to defend these people.
Yeah,
that's why
I guess.
He's there.
Like, holy shit! Talk about the meek shall inherit the earth. There we go. There must be another segment after this match. Maybe not.
No, I think there's just a commercial before this match, so you let this go a bit and everything. Maybe you get a bit of a runoff of Oba, but I think the split between Warner, or like the Warner Discovery kind of split and everything that's going on in that company, I think is really interesting, and why we're having more of these integrations and all of that. Granted, also they want to make those movies successful. Are you more excited to see, and I know the fully tangent, and chat can let us know too. Are you more excited to see, because July is big movie month this month?
Yes, always.
Are you more excited to see the new Jurassic Park movie, Fantastic Four, or Superman? They all come out in July.
I think I'm leaning towards Jurassic Park at this time, or Jurassic World Reborn, or whatever. Superman, I think, is going to be badass. I'm really curious. I think I got a little bit of PTSD when it comes to Superman, like DC. It's like, oh, this looks amazing, and then it just never works out to be that great. Fantastic Four, I feel like we've run it back so many times. Can they finally smash it and get it right? We'll see.
I'm most excited for Fantastic Four because it leads into the Doomsday and everything. I'm an MCU nerd. I went and watched Thunderbolts. I liked it. I think it's going to lead. It's the last thing that really leads into the big payoff, the big end game. All of that.
Are you back yet?
Superman, I'm with you. I worry that there's going to be so much, and so much shit's going to be so obscure. Like, I like James Gunn's Suicide Squad. I don't know if I'm going to like his Superman.
Yeah, I
feel like it's going to be too insider baseball, too many niche references type of shit.
Are you back from commercial?
No, I am still on commercial.
My God.
I'm listening. Blame America, I guess, on this point. We got a tariff and embargo on NXT tonight.
Right? I'm going to turn into AJ and just, I hate these commercials. Or Paul.
All right. I know I wasn't here, and I tried to catch up on Monday Night Raw and everything. Can you fully explain to me what was going on in that segment of, like, who ran up our phone bill with AJ and Dom here?
I don't fully know. I mean, it was just a kind of a funny moment, but I have no idea what they were trying to, like. I was at a loss, man.
We know Dom's injured, so are we gonna?
So we're just delaying it, right?
Stalling until we get a title match.
I want an AJ run.
You do. AJ gets the title match at Saturday Night Main Event, and AJ wins it in Atlanta. Georgia Boy wins the IC belt in Georgia.
I'm in.
If you can make it work, I think that's the best way you could go about it. I know we had Seth Rollins in LA Knight added to Saturday Night's Main Event.
Yeah, and that was a really good spot last night of, like, Seth gets jumped by Punk, and then Seth runs off, and then LA shows up behind him with the popcorn, kind of like, almost like that Austin grocery store vibe. Price check on Jackass.
Right? That's still my favorite segment of all time. Hey,
when he comes out of the milk cooler, it's the best shit ever. One of the best WWE moments
ever. But that very much sets up now on Monday Night Raw, and I know we'll get the draft at some point, or LA will switch over to Monday Night Raw. That sets up your big four in your main event scene on Monday Night Raw. I'm back from the commercial. I have the culling now.
Yeah, so I think the culling is becoming the NXT representative at Evolution.
Oh. Yeah, because I got Ava Rain. See, listen, no more navel. The navels could make a slip, but not appearance.
Oh, Hank and Tank not happy.
Well, I'll let you know when we get our kindred spirits.
You got Hank and Tank?
No, I have Izzy and Tatum. I got Tizzy getting announced that there'll be an evolution. Now I got Hank and Tank.
There we go. Okay. This has been fun. Tomorrow is Jurassic. Let's go. None, honestly, I want to see the Black Phone 2. Black Phone 2 should be good. I mean, Black Phone 1 was out there, but we'll see. We'll see. They've done a couple really good like part ones that number 2 went to shit as of late.
Well, and you've also got with all the horror movies of I Know What You Did last summer, 75 and all that. Like I was selling the misses earlier of I haven't seen it. I know it's been really well received. Sinners. Have you watched that?
Yeah.
I was selling the misses of because I want to watch it and everything. It showed up on the YouTube algorithms and everything. I was like, I haven't actually watched it. I want to sit down and watch it.
I watched Goonies yesterday and I was watching it and thinking, man, they're really going to fuck this up when they put the new one out.
Oh, did you see they're doing a new Running Man? As I've got Yoshi and Briggs, and I know they're supposed to be like Snores of Anarchy, but like, is Yoshi's music Eye of the Tiger?
Kind of. It's close.
It's very close. It's like
Eye of the Liger. Eye of the Liger.
Yeah, it's the Eye of the Liger. It's the king of the splash.
Right. It's my favorite animal. But Yoshi, all set, folks. The poll is up right now. Slate Edge to Yosh. Slate Edge. They're neck and neck.
You sold them on the Yosh. They want to see your reaction if Yosh wins.
Flash. Yes, let's go. Let's go. I'll pop.
You're gonna see joy in one man's face, and you can then decide of who you want to vote for, of who sees joy tonight.
I like Yosh against Oba. I think Yosh can drag him into deep waters, and let's see if Oba can swim.
You know who's already dragged him into deep water? Jasper Troy.
And he failed.
Yoshi just is there of you got a squash now. You eat a fucking slap out of the middle of the air on your splash.
I'm not saying it's gonna end well for my buddy Yosh, but I think Yosh is gonna give him like it's gonna be with a case of Oba kicks the living shit out of him, but he won't die. He's a warrior.
Great American Bash, and doesn't it feel fitting of you have Oba Femi versus Jasper Troy? You got big beefy boys slapping me, and the man in the back said, "Everyone attack," and it turned into a ballroom blitz.
Right.
You think Yosh can drag somebody into deep waters? I'm picking the guy who's already done it.
I like it. All right, we'll see. Devin saying, so Hank and Tank were mad at the culling. Devin saying it's not the culling. The righteous are upon us.
Oh,
I like it. I'm down.
Yoshi firing up.
Jasper for the win. A full circle moment. Ballroom blitz.
Yeah, and I can only listen to the Wayne's World version, the original version. I know. I'm like, no, that's not the right song.
Look, see, this is what we're going to get from Yoshi. Yoshi firing up. Big back body drop.
Just eat. I'm going to eat all the clotheslines here.
You got clotheslines?
No. Now I got the back body drop. So you're like a hop, skip, and a jump. We're close.
Yoshi gets a 2 count.
1, 2.
Okay, we got to be like fucking close.
No, we literally are. Like I'm saying, you just dap, and we're perfect.
They haven't got to that. Yoshi greater than Solo. I wouldn't go that far, Mr. Quake.
No. And Solo is a guy who I know you were talking about, kind of breakout superstars and everything with Soul. And we do also have still coming up as we're into July now, the midlifes are coming out and all of that. But Solo's a guy that I think by the end of 2026 could very much this be a breakout year for him because now he's no longer the silent mercenary. He's got so much personality.
He's killing it.
4 words. Stop.
It's right now, Jasper fighting to his feet. Yoshi's got the side headlock. That's cool. An interesting idea, Puppet KJ, is the idea that Abyss gives Jasper his mask and Jasper puts the mask on and becomes, Abyss reincarnate.
Fair enough. I mean, Trust me, I don't have 2K25 yet, but seeing Abyss there might be, is been enticing. I'm waiting for the New Jack DLC. I need me some New Jack.
Yosh backs up the big man, but we get a sidewalk slam. I'm loving this match. I'm actually liking this match a lot.
Well, you have Jasper, who's a big man who can work, and you have Yoshi, who's stout and has that Noah style, that very much Stone Pitbull, that murder grandpa of I ain't selling shit unless you gonna make it count.
Right. Jasper Troy to the outside. Yoshi fired up.
Right. As I'm heading to commercial.
All right, so I'm not, so I'll wait.
There you go.
All right, so we're going to stay tuned, folks. We are in the main event tonight. Jasper Troy and Yoshi putting on a good show here. Again, not a bad battle. Two big, beefy bodies throwing bombs, and not too bad, not too bad.
Well, then you have to establish who's next in line for Oba, because that's been a thing that in NXT right now, everyone's more lined up for the TNA title. Well, beyond that, you don't have a ton of main event guys because now Trick's TNA champion and everything. You need to establish new guys that are going to challenge Oba.
True. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, but to me, I do think that this matchup right now does show a little bit of maybe a lack of stronger names or more established names in the men's world title scene. But you also have to they created this monster with Oba, because you don't want Ricky chasing Oba. You don't want Ethan chasing Oba. He kind of did. Javon's already we've had so many bark up that tree to not even close to any victory that you want to be cautious. So the mid card's kind of filling up faster than the main event scene, because you've kind of cleaned house.
Well, because you don't want to set somebody up to get swatted down and everything.
Yeah,
like Javon has managed to bounce back from that and everything, because he is the bounciest man in wrestling.
Facts.
But that's where I wonder if I'm still saying if Jasper wins it, if you think could Yoshi actually win the NXT World Championship, and if Oba loses it, does he instantly springboard to the main roster?
I think Jasper is probably more likely to be the guy that I would see as beating Oba, to be honest. I don't think Yosh would actually, crazier shit's happened, but I don't think Yosh taking the W over Oba.
But if Oba loses the title, does he springboard?
Does he bounce? Yeah,
or does he try and get his lick back in NXT?
They do the old, he chases down the champion, then you give the champion one more convincing win to kind of solidify him as the new champ. Then you see, bye-bye. And Oba's got to be close, because you can put him on the main roster right now and he'd fuck some people up.
But where do you put him on the main roster? That's the big question of it. Do you run into a logjam? Like Oba's created a logjam. Does moving him up run him into another logjam? We talked about Raw's main event scene is Gunther, LA Knight, Seth Rollins, CM Punk. Who do you usurp to slide Oba into that? Does he slide into the IC title scene?
No.
SmackDown's world title scene. John Cena, Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes. Pick somebody else to be involved. Maybe Roman Reigns if he pops up. We still don't know what's going on with him. So then does he slide into the U.S. title scene, which is Jacob Fatu, Damian Priest, Solo Sikoa already? Like, that's the thing is I worry if he jumps up, does he just hit his head on the ceiling, because there's nowhere else for him to go?
Yeah. Does he become like the next Apollo Crews kind of vibe?
Oh God, I wasn't gonna go that far. I was gonna at least say maybe Carmelo Hayes or anything.
Are you still in commercial?
Yes, I will let you know when I'm out of commercial.
You have long commercials, but no, I agree with a lot of what you said, and I mean, I think ultimately,
speaking of which, I'm out of commercial right now, and I got splash from Jasper Troy after the whip into the ring ropes.
There we go. But yeah, I think there's a bit of a transition happening, and we'll see where. I think after Slammiversary and such, it's going to be very interesting to see where all the chips fall. Like if Trick drops the belt, is Trick coming back to NXT kind of as an NXT guy chasing down NXT titles, or is he done? So there's a lot of things a little bit in flux here right now.
Right. KJ, can we do Dynamite card?
Like what's going to be on Dynamite?
I don't know. I read the comment. You answer the question.
I mean, technically, what I could do is tomorrow there is Ibushi taking on Okada. Then we're getting a fatal 4-way for the number 2 spot. Nick, this bothered me. I don't know why it bothered me so much. I admit it, but it bothered me that there's a.
What?
I've never heard of like a wrestling match for even if you did it the other way around, 29th spot. We've never had a match for the number 2 spot.
Yeah, well, and again, the whole fucking thing of it's a gauntlet match, but you're better suited to be first in it, but because you can win it at any time and the match is just done. So on one hand, 30 might be your best bet and 30 might be your
worst enemy.
Like it is so ass backwards and it makes my brain hurt. Like everyone was upset about like the G1 and the fucking Continental Classic and everything. This shit to me just makes fuck all sense.
As Yoshi is laying into. See, this is what I think he does to Oba. I think Yoshi goes ham, man.
I got Chop City right now instead of Chop Suey.
Absolutely. But he's throwing, Nick. The only other thing that I know that it's announced is Mina will take on Monet. This we'll see how it goes. I like Mina a lot. I don't think her booking's been great. So
yeah, well, I'm surprised Mina's closer to my Black Hole Slam. 1, 2, dos amigos.
Oh.
Nick Hutt for Dynamite. We miss you Wednesday, Nick. Just one more time for us tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. If that's how you keep the people wanting more.
The palm strikes, the E Honda on the loose.
Well, there's been, so many wrestlers that might be getting cast as Street Fighter. And the Street Fighter movie that's allegedly happening is just casting everyone that's not known for acting.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I know you're for some other shit, but not acting.
Right. This is what we should do is run through Street Fighter and who's the WWE booking for it.
Bro. All right, coming soon, folks. Let it be known. If you want to see that happen, drop a comment after this video is live and everything. And that'll be in the coming months and everything. That might be a members only or something. We'll do a tier list or a fan casting of WWE wrestlers as Street Fighter. Maybe then after that we can do Mortal Kombat. We can do Tekken.
Oh, Tekken! I love Tekken. Yoshi with the win! Yoshi splash! Let's go, Yoshi!
I got him hyping up the splash, and you already got the end.
Yoshi splash for the W. Let's go. Let's go, Yoshi.
I'm more excited than I just watched my buddy NXT with get excited over that than fucking Yoshi picked up the win. You're excited on Canada Day, the man who's had to deal with all the struggles of trying to watch this fucking show, at least managed to watch his favorite NXT wrestler earn his shot, punch his ticket to Great American Bash for a world title match.
Right. Remember, folks, never give up. But Yoshi with the win. I love his splash, man. It is literally an old Nintendo splash. I love it.
He looks like a guy that would be in Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Right? But Oba standing over Yosh, Great American Bash. And I think this match is going to be better than we think. I'm pumped. Wait a minute. Young OG. We ain't done yet. You get popped.
Cutter from Javon on a Jasper. So that's in the background. The foreground is Yoshi and Oba. The background is just a fucking cutter to Jasper Troy.
And we do have another segment as Jordan Gray's coming out to the ring.
Jesus.
Jose, this popped me, bro. As Nick is pouring his heart out, and all KJ can do is yell Yoshi's smash. Timing, folks. But no, I appreciate every single word from Nick. And he knows
this
that,
is why we are the perfect
happened.
pairing here.
So funny.
Oh, I've said this for the longest time. He is the Jim Ross to my Paul Heyman, and we will forever be that commentary team. That to me is the peak commentary. I don't know if you have a peak commentary team or whatever. That's my peak commentary team.
JR King.
And they had their highs and they had a lot of lows, though, too.
I don't think they had a lot of lows, bro. I think they cooked the fuck out of everything.
Puppies!
Yeah, no, I mean, again, at the time, it was perfect.
I really liked Heyman and JR going back and forth because it was just such, it really, I think it pulled at times the best out of JR. Like, I think JR could still, and I know we had some great JR legitimately wanted. It was just, it was so long with JR and King that there's so much good. There's the library so big, it's hard to pick out what was bad out of that. But I just always loved Heyman and JR because it pushed JR. Right. It was someone who was going to push back on him.
Right, as here comes Jordan Grace.
I'm in commercial. Pause.
Oh, okay.
I had them walking backstage and I cut to commercial. I forgot I have to tell you this.
Hilarious. I'm predicting Evans versus Jasper. Well, obviously, I would predict that as well. Well, geez, with that kind of reporting, we'd call you sappy.
Well, they always slow dripping from a tree, so yeah.
Right. It just kills me. It looks like the WWE, so to say, are leading towards Jasper Troy versus Javon Evans. You mean right after that cutter?
Certain wrestling journalists are the fuckers that are out there. It's raining sideways as they're out there in a slicker and a umbrella and everything. Like, no shit.
Yeah, so by the way, SiriusXM just launched Pro Wrestling Channel 24/7 today. Yeah, it's a really cool thing. I saw a lot of people coming out, a lot of people giving their support for this. It's a pretty cool thing where we talk about the resurgence of wrestling and wrestling being on the forefront and being part of pulp culture again and not being kind of swept under the rug or kind of this closet fandom, but literally having it kind of the forefront. This is another kind of perfect example of that. 24/7, dedicated to wrestling. Outstanding. A really cool thing.
Oh, absolutely. And not trying to glaze or anything, but especially of even doing what we do and almost similar in that veinish a bit and everything of how seeing that pro wrestling is in such a high demand that SiriusXM is going to dedicate a whole channel to pro wrestling. Like, we all the way up. Like, we're fully back involved again, back in that Attitude Era level of we're fan casting wrestlers into Street Fighter movies. We have a 24/7, wrestling satellite network and everything. Wrestling is fucking cool again, finally.
Absolutely. No, I completely agree. The soundtrack to Coach Carter is off the chain. I add Sunset Park's an outstanding movie. And Coach Carter's a really good movie, but both have good soundtracks, actually.
Fair enough. Are we talking, White Man Can't Jump? It's pretty. It's so pretty.
Right. Who thinks we'll get Blake Monroe in the Battle Royal at Evolution? Maybe, but I think they might do something else. That being said, if she's in it, she'd be a favorite to kind of maybe be the number one contender when it's all said and done.
Right. As I'm bad on a commercial, I have a fountain. I have a glowing fountain of pink and green and all of this. And LFG, new episode Sunday on Annie. And if you're struggling to find it, you can watch it on the Annie app, as I've had to do. But Mr. Quake reminded me of probably the greatest soundtrack to any basketball movie of all time, Space Jam.
Space Jam!
If I hit him high, it would, trust me. For those who don't know, behind the scenes, this has been mine and KJ's theme for about 3 years now. If I hit him high, hit him high.
Yeah, it's like our dressing room song. Right? You see all the, especially in hockey, they all have a song they rally around every season. That's ours.
Oh, bro, my God. We're Mighty Ducks Bash Brothers.
Right.
100%.
That and Baby Got Back.
You ain't blame it all on me.
Canada's greatest female at Evolution, Gail Kim. That'd be cool. I love Gail. We know she's kind of out there doing her thing, so I'd be totally down for Gail.
Current active top Canadian female wrestler.
Current?
Yes. Not Trish, not Gail Kim. You can't use it under this.
Oh, shit.
Active current.
Jody Threat. No, I'm just kidding. Jody Threat. I finally picked Jody.
Lady Frost.
Chelsea Green.
Actually, yeah. There you go.
I might like. I mean, Natty's still out there. If you want to talk about technical wrestlers, she's still the goat or the boat. She definitely floats. But as far as right now, kind of in the thick of things, Chelsea Green and anyone else can throw out some Canadian names if you got them. But Chelsea's killing it.
I think Chelsea's the only one anyone can think of. Is I got Jordan Grace right now in the ring. Her.
Yeah, she's got
a microphone.
Oh, they're clapping. Is she actually good enough? It's a softer promo. Grace, not bad, not great. Thea, another good Canadian, but we haven't seen much of her.
Yeah, has been booked into oblivion. Like I said, of Lady Frost, who's recently been let go, I believe. Grace is still pissed with this theme song. No, I don't. Oh, Ariana Grace. We forget she's actually Canadian.
Yeah, but she doesn't wrestle.
True.
Not much. I mean, someone's gonna be like, she just wrestled. I know she did, but she's not a consistent wrestler right now. So,
going back to the theme song, as this promo is just weak sauce, applesauce. I hate that this is ending the fucking show.
Oh, wait a minute, we got company.
Oh, I don't.
Fatal influences here.
Future foreseeing Googling man. Can you tell me what happens on this show?
The fuck we do, KJ. Oh, we're so dumb. But do you get fatal influence?
Differently abled.
Do you have fatal influence?
No, I still have Jordan cutting a promo, and now I can't remember what. Oh, I was talking about the fact that she had her siren cut out and everything, and you had Taker out there saying how no one should have the spear besides Braun. I don't know how you feel about that.
That is
going back to things are exclusive of. I said that they took out the siren for Jordan's music because it was a Braun thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand why they did it. I still think that doesn't mean our song should suck. And that's a bigger problem than the siren. And I don't disagree with the Undertaker. I think maybe not just Braun. If it was Braun and Roman, they're the only two guys that ever do a fucking spear. It makes that spear feel special. That's why KO was able to get the pile driver over. Fatal influence?
Right. No.
You still do not have fatal influence on your screen.
No, just fucking let it run, my guy. We'll get out of here while we can. Rosemary's Canadian, is she? Now I literally, as I say that, now I've got the music for Fatal Influence coming up.
This is the funniest shit.
Now I have them coming out. Yo, the fucking bangs on JCG. Yeah. Jesus Christ. How do you have a bowl cut and long hair at the same time? I don't know.
And shout out Rosemary from Winnipeg.
Really?
She's a banger.
See, it's so weird to me because JC Jane is wearing what Fallon should wear. Fallon is wearing what JC should wear. And Jasmine Minx looks like a fucking yoga instructor. What is with that of wearing like the thong, like strands above your pant line and everything that Jasmine has going on?
I can't say that I know, sir.
You never worn them thongs? You're not a big fan of Cisco?
It's a little different because it's actually kind of like the windows into the hips, I guess. I don't fucking know. But we got,
you know what they say. Instead of you can't look into the window, the eyes are the window to the soul, and the windows of the hips are the eyes or something else.
Yeah, I think I just made that up. But here we go. But I like this, Jordan and JC. So we kind of expected it. This is interesting.
I'm really happy that I've been so wrong on yes. The hips don't lie. Da, 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 da. I'm just so glad that I was so wrong on JC Jane. She's managed to, she's like a sleeper MVP of everything. What laugh track are you still trying to pull off?
Did it work? I don't have the headphones.
Yes, it did. And then you kept looking like you were trying to hit the replay and everything.
MDB got a chuckle. As now, a Fatal Influence beating up Jordan. Not my favorite way to end the show tonight. It's a little.
Well, again, as I got Jordan saying, "Shut up," but yeah, it just feels. This should have happened before. And that should have been the main event.
Blake Monroe rolls in. Here we go.
Well, she got sent to a table by Fatal Influence. Are we getting next week? Tag team match player. Holla, holla, holla.
Probably. As Jordan and Blake Monroe clearing house. Blake looking good, looking good.
MDB, a big fan of the laugh track just because you hit it for him. It's the fucking Don DeMarco of the Wrestling for Life. That's not the laugh track. That was an applause track.
That was definitely the applause.
JC's good on the mic. Yeah, and I'm surprised. I'm glad that I was wrong because I thought she was going to be Sugar Honey Iced Tea.
Wait, Ava's here. Ava's here.
I'm telling you, they're going to announce next week tag match. JC Jane and Blake Monroe versus two members of Fatal Influence. Yada the fucking yada.
At the Great American Bash.
Oh.
So we're getting the tag team match, but at Great American Bash.
All right, so I was a week off.
Okay. Oh, they're
actually, I wasn't even a week off. I was just a couple days because next week is literally the go home for Great American Bash.
Yeah. Yeah, a few days. Big headbutt, both women down. So
don't talk about Ava like that. You've already mentioned the navel. You don't need to bring up the big head.
Interesting as we go off the air.
Rick's popping about KJ's face expression.
It happens. Very expressive. But after all the kerfuffle that was NXT tonight, we made it through. We survived. We slogged along. And that is your show. We have gone off the air. You can give us your rating out of 10 tonight. How you feeling on what we got on the show. So, I mean, not bad. We'll see how the chat feels.
Yeah, I'm kind of dependent on the chat of how to rate this because I don't know what our batting average coming out of this tonight was.
Right.
It was a wonky one of after being in Simpatico from going all the way to Saudi Arabia.
Right.
And then a Tuesday. Or going up on a Tuesday. Just all of a sudden. All right, I got this down. Do you got this down or I got that now? Right.
Blame Canada. 7 out of 10. Oh, great. An awkward ass tag match. Yeah, I was a little surprised. 7.5 out of 10. Not bad.
Well, are they using this to piggyback Blake Monroe as Jordan probably goes up? And then we're using this to bring in Blake Monroe, and she feels like she's the incumbent behind Jordan.
Yeah, unless again, we've seen it time and time again. The dirt sheets are not often right. I know they say a lot of bullshit just to say it, and then maybe you'll pay, for their membership. But I think that potentially it's Blake and Jordan that kind of run the top of this division for a little bit.
Two baby faces?
Well, I mean, again, things change. We'll see how it goes.
All right.
7 out of 10, 7.5, 8 out of 10. In Canada Day, you guys do fireworks, poutine, etc. We do all the things. Fireworks have been popping off in the backyard for a while now. So yeah, good times, good times.
Well, that got brought up as when you were on your pause, and I know I'm interrupting, closing out the show here, but people asked, is your Canada Day equivalent to US's Independence Day?
Yeah, it's our birthday. It's our, it's no different than me and you have a different birthday. Today's our birthday. A couple days are our crazy brother in the South's birthday. There we go.
Fair enough. No, I figured that, but it's still funny to me of that it's literally within like the same week. Like,
yeah, pretty close.
Yeah.
Right. Not bad, not bad. 7 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10. Tonight felt like a tape show. It was definitely a tape show.
See, it clearly was if you had the full fucking show already before shit popped off. Well, I didn't know that. Thank you. But yeah.
It makes sense. Like I said, they dropped the whole episode at 8 o'clock, like an hour and 20 minutes.
Yes, it does now. 100%.
Right?
Of no shit. If after I'm done watching the movie, it makes sense that it's not real. But no, I get that it was taped after the fact. But like you said before, of that there was no announcement that this was a tape. We knew they were taping SmackDown. We had no idea that NXT was going to be taped too.
Right. So yeah, the pre-taped episode felt like it a little bit, but in certain ways. 7 out of 10 from AJ, 7.5 KJ Mateos. Let's go. 0 to 10, no Trish. I did like the 0 to 10 Chase U still exists from Boston. That's fucking hilarious. Let's go. Yeah. I agree with that. I'm sorry, I agree. I have to.
I don't get what they're doing. What is their fucking purpose?
Why are you here?
Are you only there because that's the only way that Full Sail can declare itself a university? You have to be teaching fucking courses?
Right. 7.5 out of 10. Happy 23rd anniversary of Jeff Hardy and the Undertaker ladder match. And a phenomenal match from back in the day. So yeah, 23 years. Thank you for making me feel old. 7 out of 10 from Dale. 7.5 fireworks in the shape of poutine. That'd be interesting. If we could pull it off. That? I mean, you can make dragons and shit. Why couldn't you pop up some poutine?
But what would be the shape of poutine? Just a blob?
It'd be like French fries.
How do you distinguish poutine and lights?
Right? Like fucking,
you have brown lights and yellow lights and the white lights to be the fucking trailer in.
I can see it in my mind's eye. Ava Rain looks like someone's taking a carrot. I'm not going to read all that. I don't think.
Yeah, probably the
future. 7 out of 10. KJ. Now I'm torn about this one. I want to go 6.5 tonight, but I feel like Yoshi gets the dub, so maybe I go 7. It wasn't a strong show. I didn't think the main event, like the Jordan Grace promo, and that was very strong. And I don't love the fact that this is a tag match at Great American Bash. I think this is a bigger show than that. And a tag match is a little bit of I think we wanted Jordan to fight for the title. And people are going to say, well, she will. But I don't know. This is a big show. Let's give us a big match. The tag
she's going to do it in a day's time at Evolution and everything. So you got to have a match before the match. So, but I mean, if you want to go 6.5, I'll meet you at 6.5. I was going to be gracious to go 7-ish, and I know most of the chat was and all of that. It was still fun, even through the calamity and the chaos and everything. But at the same time, Yoshi won, so you should give it just a bonus point or anything.
So I'll go to that. I'll go
right, but I'm also mad because Yoshi won. But at the same time, I think that whole end segment was really cool. If you had Yoshi and then in the background, was the Javon Evans segment that should have ended the show. Having the Jordan Gray stuff at the end just elongated and prolongated shit that didn't need to be extended.
Yeah.
So if you want to go 6.5, I'll go with you. You want to go 7? I'll graciously accept on Canada Day.
Listen, you go 6.5. I'll go 6.5. I give a bonus 0.5 for Yosh. We're at 7 and perfect. Bob's your uncle. Betty's your aunt. We're out of here.
There you go. Well, and I feel like, well, that's the thing is most people are around that same scope as well. Not something to write home about, but not terrible.
Yeah, I mean, again, I wasn't bored tonight. I just think that it was a little bit light. I think there was some stuff in there. The family stuff's not working for me. Chase, you, like we said, why are you here? And I thought the main event window, the last 10 minutes was a little underwhelming, and I'm not happy. I'm not thrilled, and I get it. We got a succession, like we got Great American Bash and Evolution coming up, but I still think Great American Bash should be a big show, and just a straight up tag match like that to me is a little light.
What exactly is happening? So the biggest match that's happening right now at Great American Bash is Yoshi versus Oba. Great American Bash is just a go-between. It is a conduit to go from one show to the next show.
No,
what else is talked about at Great American Bash? We even just said it's a tag match.
We'll see what they add, because I don't think, I mean, they just added this tag match. But I mean, Great American Bash is one of their bigger shows. So
it's a go-between between Saturday's main event and Evolution. And that is the biggest. Like, we're just trying to do fuck you towards AEW, or like, what are they going to build on Great American Bash right now?
No, we don't know what the card's going to be. So I'm expecting definitely a few more things to be added. But yeah, no, they can't treat it like a go-between, because it really isn't, and it kicks off the weekend. So you don't want to, it's not up against anything else, or actually it will be now. But I think let's see what they pull off.
Right.
Jasper Troy versus Young OG gets added. That's pretty good.
That'll be a good one.
Oh, Ricky, Ethan 3.
That needs a stipulation.
I think so, but we'll find out. Ricky's got the gauntlet match next week. So anyway, folks, that is the show. Remember, we are the Wrestling Fans United. Wrestling with Mental Health is out now. Go check it out. A lot of great feedback on it, so we appreciate that. Our interview with PCO, we got so much coming your way, including AEW Dynamite 300 will be tomorrow, 7:45 p.m. We go live. And again, should be a big night. Not a lot announced, which I'm a little surprised, but Tony's been adding afternoon. We'll see with any big surprises tomorrow. That's it. That's all the stuffs. Go like, share, subscribe. Go check out all our links. Follow us on all our socials.
Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is all authentic. When you're talking about that rest, you able to put that for life with it.
Have a good night. We'll see you on the flip side. Let's go.